I would like to welcome everyone to the 43rd episode of Money Trees. Today we are joined by a true multidisciplinary, a rapper, editor, producer, and a wizard with the visual effects. They are here to talk NFTs, CryptoCore, how his many talents can blossom in this space. Let's welcome Cannon Jones to the show. How are you doing, G?
I'm good, bro. Can't complain.
Bless, bless, bless. Yo, man, I gotta be real. It was fire when you first hit me. It was talking about what you were doing, and you sent me a video, and I was listening to the song that we had started off with playing Brawly Mode. And you only had a snippet of it in that video, and I had to go through your whole YouTube to pull that joint up. But it was just like, bro, you got bars, bro, and that's missing on the blockchain for real, for real. There's some great melodies, there's some cool songs, but I've not heard rap in the space yet. So when I first heard your joints, I was really excited to just see like what kind of got you motivated to even bring this style into this space. So maybe we start there. Like you as a battle rapper, what about Web3 and NFTs made you want to get involved?
Honestly, yo, before all of the rap and stuff like that, like my first love was art. So ever since a kid, bro, first grade, I used to draw like on all my assignments and stuff like that. So teachers used to always be like he's good in art or whatever, but he fell in science and math and all these other ones. He keep drawing on his work. He ain't really doing the work and stuff like that. So I end up, I always use like my art as a platform for me to, it was a therapeutic thing. So I just, took that on with me in life. And it was a time where I stopped drawing for a long time. And when I got probably well, I was drawing here and there, but I had, took a little break from drawing for a little minute. But when I was in 11th grade, I was drawing like painting on shirts and stuff like that. And that was my way of making a little extra money. So me making that extra money like that, drawing on shirts, it went from as the years went on, I was running the street and all that stuff like that. So it went from drawing on shirts to stop drawing on shirts, making money, to going to different programs where they pay me to do artwork on canvas paintings, drawing on shirts and stuff like that. So I got back at it. Then I start, doing silk screen. Mind you, these are all things that I'm looking up on YouTube or how to do silk screening and stuff like that. We done turned the homie bathroom into like one of those light rooms, one of them dark rooms where you can do silk screening, let them develop. Then it went from that to me investing my money into heat presses. So I start heat pressing stuff, then doing sublimation prints and all that type of stuff. Like it's a long story when it come to that. So when I'm big on research. So when I finally got a chance to look into NFTs, and I'm seeing how people was making money, and I'm sitting here like, all right, I'm doing canvas paintings. I make 150 off of canvas painting. The highest off a canvas painting I made was like 375. So I'm like, as I'm looking into, the Web3 stuff, and I'm seeing how they're making games, or some people are making games and stuff like that, and play to earn games and all those type of things. Like I started getting more and more interested. It's not even just the money; it's the fact that I'm able to put everything together with my art, my music, and figure out a way to add games to it and stuff like that. It was like the perfect package for me. So that right there got me interested, and that's the type of stuff that I'm working on.
Yo, that's ill. It's crazy thinking about that because that was I mentioned at the top of the intro, the being a multidisciplinary, and hearing you say that, I actually haven't really given much thought to how Web3 allows artists to kind of aggregate all of their different creative mediums, we can say. So being able to have your music, your art, even your clothing under one umbrella that makes sense with your .eth or .tez, and an OpenSea where you can sell all of those, or an object where you can have your art and your music. And shit, G, that's it's crazy. Like hearing you say that, yeah, that's another really fire element of this space that I just haven't given that much thought to. So you talked about the art origins. When did music become a part of what you were creating?
All right, so this the crazy part. So, all right, we taking it back. All right, so I started. Ah, man, I'm trying to figure out. All right, so rappers like Cassidy, like on that first track you heard, you hear me, take a shot at Cassidy with it, whatever. That right there was like one of them things where like I respect Cass so much, it'd be a fucking honor because I always thought of myself as a Viking, like so. And this comes from actual homies in the hood telling me, like, "Yo, Cannon, you're a fucking Viking, bro. You really just walked in the rain. You really just walked in the snow, or you really just drunk that whole such and such a beer in the morning before breakfast, and this the type of shit we was really doing. So that right there, just the same type of rules Vikings have with battle. Like it'll be an honor to battle this type of person. Like listening to Cash and Freeway battle and shit like that, or Beanie Siegel, a lot of Philly rappers, and some Philly rappers told me how to rap. So in ninth grade, I started rapping or whatever, just from listening to battle rap. Loaded Lux versus Murder Mook, and that's New York. They from Harlem or
Whew,
whatever.
whew, whew.
Yeah,
Not to stop
party
you, but
audio.
that
Yeah,
that Mook and Lux, the Mook and Lux
yeah,
battles were
that
like,
changed my life, bro. Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
Nah,
that
keep
changed
going,
my
keep
life.
going.
Yeah, nah, dead ass. So Mook and Partiotti, another one, changed my fucking life. Mook versus Jay Mills, mind you, these are New York rappers and stuff like that. And let me see who else. Reed Dollars got a big influence on my style, and stuff like that. Because with Philly, it's up close and personal. You got to growl to your rap or whatever to let them know, like, and just seeing Reed Dollars rap and them holding his collar and stuff like that, like he a little pit bull. They trying not to let off a leash, like that type of shit was the type of shit I was doing ninth, 10th grade and up, bro. Like, and I went to Central High, so that shit was like a little juvenile detention, full of fucking, gangs and stuff like that. Had Bloods, Crips, Grape Street. So we like it'd be shit like one day I was walking in the motherfucking hallways, bro, and people like, yo, that's mind you, my name was Kid Cannon at the time. They was like, yo, that's Cannon. Hey, yo, Cannon, you rap such and such down here rap. He was like, yo, he want battle, bro. I'm like, mind you, this is a whole different time of battle rap, bro. It's no preparation. We literally don't know the style of the person, so you don't even know what type of battle you're about to get yourself into. So it's like one of them things where I rap, you rap. All right, cool. We gonna go until whoever can't rap no more. So it just end up being one of them things where the dude, the dude let me rap, and then when he rapped, it's like he ain't have no fight in him left, and he never rapped again. Like, and that shit was bad, bro. Like mind you, he used to always he used to always rap with the other people or whatever, like during class and shit like that, and it just knocked the fight out of him, bro. Like, and
Shit,
it became that for the rest of the year. Like I probably had one issue with one person that I battled, whatever, because it was around the time where people do. We used to go like more than one round, and this particular time I had went one round with somebody, and one of the homies had beat me in a battle. But then we did another battle months later, and then I beat him in a 2-round battle and stuff like that. Because I'm more of a three or better rounds and shit like that. So one round you can't really, unless you just totally annihilate the person, you can't really prove too much in one round and stuff like that. So he ended up having a more polished round, and that shit like kind of taught me a lot for the next battles to come. Like,
yo, battle rap to me, it's pure skill and competition at the highest level, especially when it comes to music. And hearing you talk about some of the classic battles, I remember when I would watch these and the wordplay would have my mind blown and thinking about how much work you have to put in to be this sharp, to tell these stories in a way that are poignant, but like make people laugh, make people say, oh shit, that still have kind of that air of a little, it's a fight in an instance. And so, sometimes it could be real disrespectful. I know you're from Jersey. There's a lot of real wild shit that goes on with Philly battle rap too, but the whole Northeast area it's ill. And so I'm thinking about that skill, that competition that's needed in battle rap. And I know Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball happens to be kind of a recurring theme in your art and then even in some of the names of the tracks. And when you look at, you talked about how people called you a Viking, but when you look at the Saiyans, they were, I don't want to call it battle rappers, but their whole shit is like, nah, we gonna keep fighting. Okay, we got beat. The more that we fight, the stronger we get. And I feel like that's been some of my favorite battle rappers where you, if they lose in a battle, they either like you said, that dude, they either don't come back, they get turned into Gohan and they start studying, or they just keep training and they like, nah, I gotta go get it again every time
Oh, we
Goku
gonna have a
loses.
not to cut you off. We gonna have a real good conversation, bro. Because now that I know you like anime, this shit gonna be a lot more interesting.
Yo,
Because
all right, so
every single thing is revolving around anime for me in ways that people probably don't even understand. Like I'm gonna break that down to you for my even my cover, bro. Everything is
now
just
jump into it, G. Jump into it. This is about you. I was just saying how
yeah.
listening to you talk about it, it's like I'm drawing all these connections, and it makes sense. And I've never even thought about battle rap in the sense of like Dragon Ball, but that is one of, especially when it comes down to anime, like their whole shit is the fight. Talking about Dragon Ball and like the Saiyans in particular, and thinking about that as a battle rapper and having that mentality of like, yo, all I have to do is train. It doesn't matter if I just beat whoever. You talked about it, like, yo, calling out Cass, not out of anything, out of it's damn, it's respect, really. It's like, you one of the goats, and this is who I'm aiming at. And that just reminded me of that mindset. So yeah, now talk to me about how
He
anime
wanted
ties in with what you build.
I when we talking about stuff like that, like Cash, like so think about like Goku. You know, Goku is one of them type of he Goku a fucking idiot, but at the same time, Goku was on some shit like, wait, you said such and such the strongest in the world? All right, now I'm gonna have to go fly over there to see if he really is or whatever. Like, so he's willing to battle anybody to the motherfucking damn near to the death or whatever, just to get stronger and stuff like that. Now my mixtape, Brawly Mode was one of them things where now mind you, I got other battle raps where I do adaptations. So I'll get on track and I'll play Venom. Like I act like I'm actually Venom, do a whole adaptation on that character and act like I'm battling Carnage or Spider-Man and stay in character. I did one with Pennywise, those minute on a blockchain. I did another one with called Perfect Cell. Now these different character adaptations I do, they're basically like power levels and stuff like that. So, sometimes I come in these spaces, I rap some shit. Everybody be like, that shit fire, or they say whatever they say, but I feel like I always got levels beyond that. So Brawly Mode was basically giving them a level beyond probably anything that they've heard me rap in a long time and stuff like that. So anybody that knows Brawly, I think his character it resonates with me a lot in a way where like as a kid, I always had a temper problem. Like, so I always had a bad fucking temper, and I never knew how to control that shit. Like, it took me literally to me being a grown man to learn how to really control my temper. And battle rap was one of them things where it's like, you know what? Instead of going out here actually shooting somebody or beating somebody ass or getting into a fight or getting arrested, let me use battle rap as a platform to scream on a person and tell them how I feel or whatever. Not necessarily getting personal because I could care less about getting personal. I really want to have the best pen. Like I really want to show people that my pen ain't nothing to be fucked with. So in this case with battle rap, that's exactly what I did. Like in any battle that I ever lost, I truly just lost to myself because I ain't want to prepare for the shit. Like, and it ain't the same as what it used to be, where like I said, you can battle somebody with no preparation and not know anything about them. Like now, you really gotta kind of, for the most, if you battling a real battle rapper, not somebody randomly out of on the street or whatever that just fucking rap. If you battling a real battle rapper, you gotta prepare for that shit because you ain't no telling what type of shit they got in their bag. So in these cases, some of us battle rappers already got shit in the cut or whatever. You got to stay with your sword and shield all the time, just in case somebody come crazy in these spaces. A couple instances,
Well,
couple
social
people
media
got
makes that
crazy.
kind of crazy because
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
niggas could do research on you for
yeah,
real, and they
yeah,
might
yeah.
pull up
People
some
could do
shit you ain't even
research.
realize they had. Like that. It's like, yo,
Yeah,
what? You knew about that?
exactly. Now with all right, so back to the Broly mode thing. With the Broly mode thing, it was like, all right, so I got a bad temper. I'm trying to learn how to control it, just like the character Broly. And sometimes, your bad temper can be some of our tempers got levels to it for real. So some of our tempers is like once you black out, you're kinda on a one track, like you got a one track mind to just kill, 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 and anybody's talking in the background, you can't hear them. You just know that you got a one track mind on what you want to do. So I just channeled that energy into the track, and I just talked about everything. I even talked about shit that a lot of people wouldn't even talk about, like getting into wild shit in the hood and having to get the fuck low or whatever and come back or whatever and try to fight off niggas that just want to shoot me or whatever, like, and that shit that I had to really deal with. And it's just basically was me using the whole track as a therapy session. That's what the whole thing is about.
Yo, I gotta give you props, G, because well, one, I think is ill going back to the mix of like your artistry, right? And taking your love for anime and being able to tell stories from the perspectives of these beloved characters. But then also being able, because yo, Brawly Mode, I told you, you sent me that video and I was like, oh, okay, nah, I see the visual effects. I'm rocking with this. I'm rocking with this. And then it switches to, damn, is you rapping in a warehouse? I don't know exactly what the backdrop was for that, but I'm watching it and I was like, nah, this is different. And I didn't even realize it was a 5 minute record until I went and found it because it was only 2 minutes on that snippet. So you really did your thing on that joint, man. Um, you talk about being well rapping in a genre called cryptocore. What is cryptocore to you?
All right, so Luda Writer is the founder of CryptoCore and stuff like that. So
Oh, see, now
um
I didn't put me on.
yeah, so Luda Writer is the founder of CryptoCore. So with that is basically a whole bunch of people from different parts of the world or whatever that's doing crypto rap or whatever. So their raps will revolve around things going on in crypto, the lingo, the terminologies, tokenomic type stuff, and it's basically becoming something like a family basically. So they got something called Docs Fridays. They go on Discord and they drink, sip, smoke, and they just talk and bug the fuck out the whole time, whether they hiking or they just bugging out, regular hood shit or whatever, or just regular, family type of stuff or whatever. And Luda Writer happened to hear about me from his homie Shinzo. So Shinzo heard me in the space, mind you. I was about to give up rap. I happened to come into space one day and to see what this Twitter space shit about, and the dudes was playing music and they was like, "Yo, you rap and stuff like that." I'm like, yeah, I rap too and shit like that. That shit ain't about nothing. And he told me to play some music. I'm like, nah, let me just give you some acapella, like you see, And I was on my break. Just the love that they showed me from that made me want to fucking rap again, like actually give some type of passion to it. And oh yeah, so the homie Cassius K up here, he a beat maker. He another person that, he sent me some beats or whatever, to do some stuff for the Bitbox or whatever, and stuff like that actually, like, even though I put my verse on it and stuff like that, it inspired me to, keep giving y'all passionate stuff, like, because, people keep telling me, yo, bro, this shit is fire. And mind you, I'm spitting raps from 2013 and just giving them everything that was passionate around that time and still rapping it with the passion that I did before, and they helped me to actually start writing some new material because it's still new to y'all because I never heard it. You know what I mean? And the crypto core, one day I did a little competition where somebody was rapping some stuff about crypto, and I got in the competition, got some free NFTs. My raps, they didn't care too much about the raps. They just wanted me to rap some crypto shit. This is before I start rapping about any crypto. So they gave me second place, and they gave somebody else first place because he had a couple crypto references or whatever. Not as a battle. It was literally just a good crypto rap. And I'm sitting there with regular fucking raps, and the dude that won was like, "Yo, this nigga Cannon crazy." That's all he said. He was like, "This nigga is fucking crazy, bro." He added some crypto to that shit. That shit gonna be wild. So after that, I started adding more crypto. Then Luda Wright, I got on the phone with him one day, and he added me to the team.
Shit, nah, that's crazy. It's wild. Listening to you talk is giving me so many ideas because I really just have not even thought about battle rap in this space. And I want to tap you in with some of my guys over at Float because they do like a it's not really a versus, but it's kind of a versus. They've been doing like these producer battles, and I don't, at least as far as I'm aware, I don't know if people have been organizing real battle raps in any type of format on the blockchain, and
I've been
that could
trying
be
to do it.
crazy.
I'm the only battle rapper on the blockchain right now as far as with battle raps. Like I do random battle rap verses just to put on a blockchain. There's no other battle rap I heard do it. I heard Bill Collector minted. I think he minted something on the blockchain, but he ain't got no battles on the blockchain. He ain't got no battle verses on the blockchain. I'm the only one.
Yo, there's some ill gamification you could do with this, right? And now I'm just spitballing, so it may not it will not it's not going to be 100% there, right? But I'm thinking, okay, NFTs, right? So it's Canon versus whoever, and it's Friday night. There's going to be a live stream for it. Maybe it's actually happening in IRL, but then it's streamed online for everyone else to see, or we do it on like a Twitch stream, or should we do it in Sandbox, right? And so now it's in Sandbox or Decentraland, and then yeah, you could buy a ticket, but imagine you could buy a Canon NFT and there's only like, five or whatever for that battle. And then buying the NFT is almost like betting on you to win the fight, right? And then it's like, yo, whoever wins the battle, Canon versus whoever, the value of the NFT for the people that bought it goes up because the other person's NFTs get burned, because it's like, yo, you could buy five for the other person. If they lose, boom, those NFTs get burned. Now that value goes to you. And you could make like some real actual. Okay, and I don't even, again, that's not like the final version,
That
but
was the.
nah,
I'm not
that's
even gonna lie, yo. I was trying to figure out how to do a battle rap. Well, I did battle rap NFTs, but I'm trying to figure out how to do stuff like that. How you talking? That was the like. I never heard it in that type of form. That was actually fire, yo. That was different. I
because like
fuck with that.
to me it's like, okay, cool, if I'm watching this, right, you got the entertainment value, but then it's also, okay, cool, yo, I'm gonna spend $10 and then I'm betting on Canon, right? And let's say there's 10 people, so it's $100, or yeah, $100 people bet on you and $100 somebody bets on the other person. Well, let's say that you win, right? Now we take maybe $70 from that value added to us. Now our pot is worth 170. Our money went up 70, or yeah, 70%. Some finance person quote my math, and then $30 of that maybe goes to the platform or whoever hosted it from the loser. So the winner doesn't have to pay nothing. And, again, I'm jumping around because then it's like, how does the actual artist get paid? But something along those lines of like, because NFTs can get burned, and that becomes a thing. It's like, yo, you literally betting on this, and now imagine I'll buy a Canon NFT for round one, and you go undefeated for like 15 fucking rounds or something, or 15 battles. And now I bought in way back when, like my NFT would have accrued. It's like you're fucking collecting the Infinity Stones from other artists. And if
Bro,
there was
that's
a
I
way
gotta
to,
figure out a way to do that. That is fucking different.
now I'm telling you, I'm literally hitting my guy. I'm hitting my guys float at float once we get off of this, and just seeing, because it might be them, or it may be another platform. But when you look at these verses, right, there's not really stakes. There's no stakes involved. And one, people love gambling. Two, stakes makes it more interesting. It makes it more exciting. It's like, yo, again, this motherfucker hasn't lost. What if you Floyd Mayweather in this shit? The way your NFTs start moving in this, and it's tangible too, because you paying to watch it. I'm paying $10 to watch it in this format, to have access to it, to actually own the NFT. And then shit, maybe it's free to watch. You don't even gotta pay to watch, but you pay if you want to participate in it. And then the spots become limited, yo. And then it becomes a thing for me too, right? Like, how do we actually attract more talent to the space? Because you're gonna need more people to battle. But if it becomes a thing of like, yo, all you got to do is get a few of your homies to throw in some money, and if you win, they're going to win money no matter what with you. Now you can go get people to sponsor you and do that shit. And again, this is just an immediate idea. There's a way to actually flesh this out, but in the spirit of battling, in the spirit of competition, there's a platform to be had, or let me just say a platform. There's an event to be built around this, man. Like this is, yeah, I really appreciate you coming on here. Money Trees is all about planting seeds, planting ideas, and hearing you talk about it. It's like, yet another reason why I wanted to chop with you is I just remember seeing that video and thinking like, damn, like I haven't even looked at it from this perspective yet. And hearing you, the way you use it as a release, I relate to that because music to me is that's my biggest passion. And for all of my emotions and moods, like I have records that I turn to. But yeah, it's just thinking about like what the hell we could, and also when you said CryptoCore too, and like thinking about like that family and there's so many battle raps that are like the cleverest bars I've ever heard have come out of that. And there's an audience for it if people would just give it a chance. And so, anyway, yeah, I'm going off at this point, but let's definitely figure out how we can set up the first, like, imagine Smack DVD on the blockchain. And I know that's like a very like
Bro,
Northeastern thing,
that's a
but
dream, honestly, bro. Like, and that's what I really want. Like a couple times I went to a couple of these battle rap spaces and educated them on NFTs first because a lot of people then they're gonna look past it because they can't really get into what an NFT is. Like they just don't know what the fuck a non-fungible token is. No matter how much you try to break it down to them, some of them just gonna look past it like, nah, man, that's too much. That's too much work for me. Like I like it the
and
way everything's going on.
yeah, and see that's the thing too is just for adoption, right? And getting people onboarded. It's you don't even it doesn't even have to be called an NFT. You know what I'm saying? It's like however you want to brand it or frame it. At the end of the day, if it's a chance for you to go and make $200 because we got X amount of people and there's a there's an audience for it, then you're gonna get people that are willing to go and take that time on it. And that I'm saying 200 to start, but the pots could grow bigger depending on just how it's set up. And again, 200 is like that's 20 people saying, nah, I'm putting my money on this person, and that's at $10. And maybe it's more. You do that shit on Polygon or Tez or Solana, and you're not really paying the gas fees. And you partner with the Decentraland or a sandbox and, add the game element to it. And then it's like,
Yo, it's somebody in here that can do it, bro, because it's a couple people we came across where they're doing stuff in Decentraland, they doing performances. A lot of people aren't hip to battle rap though. And it is some people that are hip to battle rap. You just gotta show them the value of it.
yeah, it's the game, and I think with that in this NFT and metaverse space, that's the shit that connects with people. People get the game, like winners and losers in that competition, and then it's like, yo, you win the battle, your fucking avatar explodes if you lose or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going off
Yeah,
on a
bro.
tangent
And
at
that's
this
another
point.
thing I've been thinking about since you've been talking about that. Like, so I was thinking about how to put battle rap into an actual metaverse or whatever, like exactly how you're talking about with the live stream or had the avatar maybe an animation of the avatar playing. The NFT thing is dope too because if somebody buys well if it's 10 people they're buying 10 of the NFTs at the door, maybe that's the ticket or whatever to be able to see it. Like it gotta. I really believe that if we could make it like a event where it's like people have to buy the NFT to be able to see this or have access, I think it would be taken more serious. But I guess people would have to get a couple samples before they, you know what I mean? So what I've
See,
been
and
doing is dropping little breadcrumbs for people.
that's why for me it becomes the a little bit of the risk involved, right? Where okay, to gate it completely becomes tough because some people will just want to watch and see what it's a part of, right? But if you only need 10 people to buy in, if you can get 30 to watch, you might be able to convert five more from that other 20 that don't buy in.
Matter
And
of
the
fact, you're
the
actually right because like caffeine lets people just watch it. You're right.
Yeah, and it's just because it doesn't have the audience. But then even that, there could be exclusive battles where it's like once the shit is moving, it's like, nah, you can't come just watch this one. It's like, yo, imagine you had the Mook and Lux. It's like, nah, this is all paid. Every single seat in the house is paid, and half of y'all are gonna leave with more money than you came in with.
What about like a battle rap mint engine platform where you can mint battle rap NFTs and some type of percentage goes back to the people that made the platform, which would be people like us that made the platform, and then we could possibly have spots in the metaverse where we actually host battles and shit like that.
Yo, even bigger there. Me personally, I've been staying away from the actual like platform creation. I like the idea of an event, like a recurring brand that you build around it, and something that you can kind of port. Because, or like I would say, I call it being platform agnostic. Because to me, it's still so early. I don't know how much of the like who or what is still going to be around. But if you build a brand around it and it's just a name around a battle rap event, you can kind of move around through wherever, as opposed to if you build your own particular platform, then it's like developers and the front end, and it becomes a much bigger undertaking. Of course, there is a bigger reward there, so I'm not trying to knock it. I think that's definitely something to think about. I just know for me, I would love to figure out the event side of it first.
Nah, that's dope. And it's nothing wrong with minimizing some things so that you ain't gotta worry about other things. Yeah, yeah. That's the problem that I really have. So it's other things that people don't even know I do or whatever. Like I do so many things, bro. I even tried to make my own damn video game a couple damn months ago and was successful at it, but I wasn't too successful at the coding part. Mind you, I done added guns in the video game. I had added whole platform, had the person running around, final bosses, but the to code the game in the way that I wanted to, that right there became an issue. And I do shirts for people. I press up on wine bottles, baby sippy cups, pacifiers. I press images on like hundreds of items. So like to try to do all these things because you're multifaceted, you basically spread yourself thin. That's basically what I was doing. So I had to, chill a little bit.
Yeah, balancing bandwidth is it's become even more difficult in this space. And so I mentioned earlier how you just kind of got my mind wrapped around you can be a multidisciplinary and have all of your work live in one particular world. And I think that that's ill, but it's also like, yo, some people might like your music and not give a damn about your art. Some people, or vice versa, or any combination of whatever your disciplines are, and trying to make sure you're feeding all of those audiences individually can become difficult as well. And so yeah, it's a balancing act that I think a lot of people struggle with, and you just have to do what feels right for you and your creative process. Canon, man, this is I feel like I took up a bunch of the time with that battle rap idea.
Nah, you
um,
good, bro.
but
That
I
sparked the mind.
really, yeah, I'm telling you, you got my mind going with that. I appreciate you getting on here, sharing, being super fucking real about your start here. And this has been a fire conversation. I'm telling you, we are going to explore what this looks like. I don't know in what format. I'm telling you, once I get off, I'm hitting float, and then we'll see past then who else is interested. Somebody might hear this episode and say, "Yo, nah, let's figure out how we make this a thing." But there's something to it. And for people that haven't seen the energy around battle rap, if you are a fan of rap, it's so entertaining. Like it really, because there's nowhere else to get that level of competition. It makes it a sport. And you can compare songs. Again, verses is kind of like that, but it's all hits and you're playing music. It loses what I keep telling people is my favorite element of music as a whole, which is performing. And battle rap, the bars is a part of it, but your delivery, your cadence, your posture,
That's a
your
whole nother
body
conversation,
language,
bro.
yeah,
That's a
it
whole different
all
conversation right there. Because what people don't understand, bro, I gotta cut you off with this one because what people don't understand is you cannot be the nice rapper and win a battle rap anymore. Like that shit will get you but so far, like being just a good rapper. Like imagine a fucking good rapper, like maybe he's a fucking nerd, no swag, everything he says doesn't sound believable. He has no fucking confidence, but he's a fucking bar god though, right? Now, mind you, I done battle people that's lyrically in a they're on a level where some of the shit they're saying is so lyrical, it even confused me. And I can catch bars inside of bars real quick. So none of that shit mattered. Like imagine you battling somebody and they just got a swag or whatever that goes with what they're saying where you just can't get around it. Cause they've been through more. Like their look that they giving you is probably fucking up your whole aura. And their aura is just so magnified. It's like it don't even matter if they say fuck you, nigga, I smack the shit out of you. Your whole rap is over from there because the way they say everything, it sticks with you. Like and some lyrical niggas just can't get around that.
Yo, that's real, man. And so I think that getting people to see that and understand that there's something to it. And yeah, you really gotta be hyped. Like again, money trees, planting seeds, planting ideas. I hope we look back on this sooner rather than later and say, yo, this is where this event kind of really started coming together. But
I'm just
yo, when
waiting
you
for somebody to pick the person, man. I'm ready to set this shit up. Like it's people don't want to, bruh. Yo, this is another conversation. People do not want to risk their career. You know that's when you battle rap, you're risking your career. That's what you're doing. You're putting your career at risk.
each time you go up, yo, it's you end up with that slap her around the
So
world.
so
You
so
mess
when I
up
used
too
to
much.
when I used to battle rap, you type in Cannon Jones and you look up Cannon Jones VS like versus, you're gonna see times in my career where I'm focused as fuck. Then you're gonna see times in my career where you could tell from the look of my eyes where I'm a different person, like where I'm maybe drunk as fuck or I came there high as hell. Now I can't remember my fucking bars, or now I gotta kind of improvise or whatever so I can get to the end of my round and finish clean. Like it's just different parts of my life or whatever where I had a different type of focus, different type of mindset or whatever, and a lot of things going around, going on in the hood or whatever. I got shot at before, or whatever, with the homies or whatever. So it's different times or whatever. All these things, play a part in how well you perform. So, all these things matter and shit like that.
Yeah, man. And thinking about it with the metaverse, and this is a little bit further down the line, but being able to actually control it digitally, that adds another layer because that's a completely, and I don't know if that makes it better or worse. So, but you know what? Now we're getting too far ahead.
Nah, I'm
Cannon, man.
saying digitally
No,
it won't
that's
it won't it won't help nobody. They still going yo, bro. I really feel like I can beat anybody in the battle if I'm focused. If I'm focused, I don't feel like anybody can win, bro. And I know you about to probably cut this John short or whatever, but I don't think any of the industry people can fuck with any of us battle rappers. I think they're afraid.
I ain't gonna cut it off.
Nah, I
So
really, yeah, I just believe that. I don't give a fuck if you talking about, and a lot of people hate when I say this, but I don't think that like people, even the Hovers, Jay Z's, I don't think that if they stood on stage to battle rap, I know they could probably say a lot of shit that make their fans fuck with it, but I don't think they could really stand up there and get in there with a fucking barbarian and win, bro.
listen, Cannon, that's the energy you need to keep, man. That's that that's that competitive nature that comes with it. So so normally I be trying to tell people it's like with money trees, I'm like, yo, just pull up, it's loose format, we gonna talk for 30 minutes. And I never ever not never, but we rarely can end at 30 minutes because there's so much going on. Um before I let you get out of here, there's two questions I ask everyone, right? The first question is, what is your seed phrase? And so in the crypto space, seed phrase is normally your account recovery key. And to me, it just that term doesn't make any sense because it's not scary. And what I mean by that is like if you're new coming into the space and someone says, "Oh, this is your seed phrase," it doesn't feel like it's something you got to protect and that if you don't, you'll lose access to all of your assets. So here on Money Trees, we've repurposed seed phrase to be a saying, a quote, a lyric that you live by that embodies your approach to your career, to your art, to your music. Cannon Jones, what is your seed phrase?
All right, so my seed phrase would be my temper is way too expensive for anybody to afford. Chill, don't pay the bills, scream at me.
I'm here for it, yo. I also want to just commend you on that, on the awareness that you now have later in life with being able to control that. You know that's a tough thing that not everyone gets to that point where they can get that under control. And
Yo,
so
you
yeah,
gotta really almost die multiple times to get where I'm at mentally, bro.
that's real shit. The second, Fernando came back just a little late, a little after the announcement, but for the episode when we post it, we're gonna have the Money Trees number 43 Cannon Jones note available. This one of one. What are we going to list it for?
If it's a 1-to-1, we could list it for we can listen for a little 1,500, John.
All right, there it is. Yo, my G, literally DMing you after this. Let's figure out how this thing could make sense, what it could look like, how we can get more of the community involved. Because the infrastructure we can get going in 48 hours, right? That's a couple of people getting together saying, what do we need? All right, blah, 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 blah. Now it becomes what's going to make the battle rappers excited about participating in it. And once we get them, we know how we can get that community because people love watching the sport. So, this has been a fire episode, G. Appreciate you coming through, getting real about life, sharing some of the process. It's really ill hearing your origin story too with the art. And yeah, man, we gonna talk. So appreciate you, G.
Definitely appreciate it, bro. And one more thing. So I dropped a new collection called Hoodie Badges. Those are honey badgers. You know, they one of the most fearless creatures on earth. If anybody know, so come fuck with me. I sold one of them joints today for 13 Tez. That's light right there, but I really believe it's gonna get crazy or whatever. I got 31 more coming. And you know what I mean? Scream at me. Cannon Jones
Hey, there,
973, Jersey.
there it is. Well, I'll make sure I throw hoodie badges up in the description. Shoot me the link after. And all right, G, yeah, let's keep it going.
Hey.